So kicking off, today really I will try to be introducing everybody to what Forex entails. I have a scheme that I usually work with like all the time so that I don't get to confuse everybody at the same time. But so today is basically all about the intro. So if you have like a note, I'll basically just run down what we are supposed to cover. First off, we'll be talking about like in-depth analysis. Basically, I'm going to be explaining what Forex entails. A few of you guys that are here already have like Forex knowledge, while some people are like brand new to it. For the purpose of this lecture, I'm just going to, get you from that person who doesn't know jack about Forex to being on my level. Now, what actually makes you be on my level is now based on you, which is hard work. Okay? Remember, I started off by saying that I've been here 4 months. On average, it takes a trader a year to be profitable. How I managed to be making my profits in 4 months, that was down to the hard work I had to put in. When you have to like wake up and set alarms by 8 a.m. and then you have to sleep as late as like 2 a.m. on a daily basis, just because you want to fast track your success, I feel like you should understand what that means. Yeah, that means at my early phase, when I didn't know jack and I was basically learning, I was studying and studying and studying. That's the only way you can stay consistent in life. If you love something, you have to do it over and over again for you to get used to it. It's something you have to basically tell yourself, give yourself time. Like if anybody knows me for any reason, if any of my students know me for any reason, okay, this is like the Nigerian section, I guess. For those in the niggas in USA and UK, like some white guys, like I try to go up personal with them. I tell them that I can't do group lectures because I can't afford to have somebody that will be speaking English that I'm trying my best to try to understand. So really, first off, what I would say is from the moment you are getting into this, I want you to give yourself time. Okay? I've been here 4 months. I'm not saying it took me 4 months for me to start making money. No. It took me approximately 3 weeks for me to start making real money. My first, second, third week, I was making peanuts. I was making, a day I can make $20. If a very bad day, I can make like, $10. At the end of the week, I could make like $200. But currently now, like on a very bad day, I could take like 800, 1K, 3K. It actually really depends. But do I make 3K every day? No, I'm not Bill Gates. But at the end of the day, really, if the market gives me reason to make that, of course I make that, okay? So really, the reason I'm saying this is I want everybody to have an open mind. I want you to be able to study. Like I keep on laying emphasis on study because one thing I know as a Nigerian is this. The moment you come into something, naturally you want to rush the process. You want to be better than who taught you overnight. Like at a point, I even want you to be better than me, but you can't be better than me in one day. You need to just have that mentality. You have to walk yourself through the process. Nobody really takes our time to say this, but I'm telling you this so that you will not have to, make the mistakes I made. When I started out trading in March, I started out with a company called IML, which to me is for me, I feel like it's the greatest scam ever. But ideally, I started out with IML, yeah. When I started out with IML, really, one of the things I remain grateful to IML for is that it gave me that education, that basic education I needed. All right, like it gave me that basic education I needed. Before IML, I had an idea about Forex, but not when I mean Forex, I mean I knew the changers, people that change dollar to naira and all that stuff. But like I keep on saying this, like one of the things that changed my life, the point where things, I'm getting, this is basically introduction. I'm going to get to the main part, but I just want to give you an idea of, how you all came to this. Okay, basically, what really changed my life was when I actually saw somebody who at that time was like 21. Yeah, he just got 22. Who at that time was 21, and he was with his cell phone in my car. He actually drove a car to come and get a phone from me, an iPhone X. I would never forget. And on his phone, he was in a profit of over $10,000. Like, I needed to understand the psychological effect that can have on you. You're looking at somebody, I'm not in competition with him in any way. Remember that I had my brand before that time. But the truth is, I was wowed. I just needed to understand how somebody can sit down in his car and make an amount that you can really see a family make in a day. that can blow your mind entirely. Like you do not understand the power in Forex. And that's why I'm telling you that if you pay great attention to your learning, it's not only going to change your life, it's going to change the life of the next person next to you. So if you are from a family that is not, for me, my family is not, I don't put my family in that rich level. But I've gotten to a level whereby I know that I'll get my family to a rich level. Like there's no going back to it. Like life does not have anything on me anymore. I've paid my price and then what I'm getting is coming. Do you understand? So the plan is to get you to that level, all right? But remember, the key thing you have to remember is that you have to give yourself time, okay? So for today, we'll basically be introducing you to Forex, all right? That is basically today, introduction to Forex, really. And then the consequent 2 days, we're now going to break down everything from stop to finish, all right? So yeah, I'm ready to kick off. So for today, yeah, so really, when people hear about foreign exchange, which is basically Forex, if I personally, live here to the United Kingdom, I am changing my, naira to pounds, right? Now, by so doing, let's say, okay, I change 100,000 to, what's the exchange rate of pounds? Let's say exchange rate of the pounds is 500, and I change 200,000 at the rate of pounds. So at the end of the day, what will I be having? I'll be having like, it should be 400 pounds, I guess. Yeah. I'll be having like 400 pounds. So at the 500 pounds. So at the end of the day, really, at the end of the day, if pounds is at 500, at the end of the day, what I'll be having is 400 pounds. So if I take 400 pounds to the United Kingdom, and then naira loses value, let's say that naira from whatsoever, what happened, the way our economy is going down and all that stuff, the naira falls down, and then the naira exchange, rather than being maybe 363 per dollar, eventually becomes 400 per dollar. What happens is that the British pounds, which is abbreviated as GBP, sorry, I don't want to use my mouse, so I'll just have to touch my screen. So the British pounds in this case, which is abbreviated as GBP, okay, what happens when the naira loses value is that this GBP gains value, and then the naira in itself loses value. So at the end of the day, what really happens is that person who got 400 pounds, if he wants to change back his money into naira, rather than having 200,000, at the end of the day, what he might be having might be 250,000. Now, by so doing, what has he gained? He has gained 50,000, and this you see here is Forex. Does that make sense, really? Like, if that makes sense, like, just go to the chat and type 1. Like, that is the best description I can ever give. Okay, like, type 1, so that I'll be sure that everybody's on the same move as myself. Okay, so now Luke got that, Victor got that. Ify, John, like Ify and John, like those ones are my people. Okay, Ify, perfect. Okay. Now, really, that means in this case, I'm trying to define Forex in the best way possible. It's basically foreign exchange. We make money off that profit, the profit in the exchange of currency. Okay, that is basically Forex. That's the easiest way anybody can explain it to anybody. Okay, so now to the real deal. Now in the foreign exchange market, the people you see that you always underestimate are like the bureau de changers. The people you see, all those outside people that sell, naira, sell dollar, and at the end you meet them and tell them, hey, hello, I want to change, $1,000, and then they give you 365,000 naira. So now the end, what you should be asking yourself is, if they are giving you that money at 365,000 naira, that means they would have gotten it way, way cheap. Okay, let's say they got it at 360. They are not saying for you to add 365,000 naira. That means for every $1,000, what have they made? If we have to put it that way now, in $1,000, they made 5K, right? So if you are bringing 5,000 naira in $1,000, that means in $10,000, how much have they made? They made 50,000 naira. And naturally, anybody who exchanges currency in a day can kill off, on a currency alone, depending on how big his company is, he can kill off $100,000 on exchange every day on only what? On only dollar. He still has pounds, right? This guy still has euro, right? He still has yen, which is for, for Japan and blah, blah, blah. So he still has all this. This is China. So at the end of the day, if he's exchanging, remember that $1,000 was giving him 5K. So how much will $100,000 give him? That's 5,000. You add 2 zeros, right? How much is that? So you can obviously see how money is increasing on a daily basis. All right. Now, that is somebody who deals with Forex physically. Now, as much as those people are making money as well, people are also making money in the technological way, which is the advanced way. People are making money online. You basically just load your account with money and then you trade online, because everything actually happens within the internet and is much more faster, because there's always need to buy currency. Okay. Now, do you have to wait for somebody to buy currency? No, you just exchange as exchange rates change, right? And that is how that money is made. That is how that money is made on a day-to-day basis. Okay. So the point where you have to really start taking note. So they are basically